Hi guys, in this video we're going to discuss impulses. In the last video we discussed Elliott wave basics, the whole way from 1 to 5. Today we're only going to discuss impulses and their extensions, right? So, as we all know, we have 5 waves: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Impulses are the waves that are going in the direction of the trend. So they will always be bigger than the corrections, right? So every time you have a move such as this one, that's an impulse because it's bigger than the correction. When price goes down, it's smaller, but when price goes higher, it's bigger. Even if you look at this, even though it didn't break above, but now this would be a resistance, right? For a wave to be called an impulse, it has to break above the previous high, the high that has been set, right? So everything that is happening right now, to take this also, take this into consideration, this is all a correction, all right? So from this law, for it to be called an impulse, price needs to break above the high. So that's what makes an impulse valid. All right. So impulses are the waves that are in the direction of the trend. They are always the bigger move. All right. The next thing that we all need to understand about impulses is there's a thing called extensions. That's when the wave is bigger than what you were expecting it to be. When you see the waves, it just keeps on going and going than what it's supposed to do. That's an extension. So there's always one extension in a whole wave. So it's either it's in 1 or 3 or 5, but mainly it's usually in wave 3, and sometimes more in wave 5. Here and there you will get an extension in wave 1. So what I mean is, if we look at this price section, okay, let's say we have 1, right? Then we have 2, we have 3, 4, 5, right? So this is our main wave, right? So since that's our main wave, we all know that inside a wave, there's also another wave. Those waves are the ones that are broken down in the smaller time frames. So if we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? This is our 1, right? And then when we come to our 3, we have, let's say 1, right? Let's say 1, 2, 3, actually need more space. Okay, let's say there's 1, right? 2, 3, 4, right? This is 5, right? So when I say 5 is extended, is that in this 5 there is also another 5 wave, right? So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 until you reach the high that has been created. So instead of us having just our normal 1, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So instead of us just having that normal 5 wave, we have, okay, we have this 5 wave. All right. So let me redo that again. All right. Let's say we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? This is our 5 wave, right? Then inside our third wave, what we now want to count our 5 wave in the third wave, right? So we have 1, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So since 5 is the longest, that means it has been extended, right? So that means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So now it's no longer a normal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave. In the fifth wave, it also has another 5 waves, which will make the trend keep on going and going. All right. So when this happens, the fifth wave, it will be small. Some might even be the smallest. All right. So either you have this setup in the third wave. So let's say you have seen the first wave happen, right? You've seen the whole first wave was happened, right? This is 1. But 1 has not been extended. It's a normal size. It looks fine, right? Then you had your 2, and then you have a 3. And 3 also looks normal. Then the next thing you have a 4, right? So if 1 and 3 look normal, then you know the fifth wave will be the one that's extended, right? So if it's the one that's extended, that means we have our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And then in our fifth wave, we have our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, giving us our fifth wave, right? The same thing that we saw happening on wave number 3 is the same thing that can happen on wave number 5, the same thing that can happen on wave 1. But only one wave can have the extension, only one wave, all right? So let's see. So let's say 1 was big, 1 was very long, the trend just kept on going on and going on, and it didn't give you a proper 2. So that means our 1, right? 1, 2, let's say our 3, 4, 5, right? So in our 1, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And then in our fifth wave, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So let's say wave 1 kept on and going on and going on and going on, right? Then you had your proper 2, right? Then you had wave 3. So instead of expecting wave 3 to be double of 1, you're expecting wave 3 to be at least half of 1 instead of double, because wave 1 was very long. So if it's very long, that means wave 3 and wave 5 are going to be very short. So I would expect maybe half of 1. All right, if you're going to be using the whole measuring to at least target, you can also use Fibonacci, things like that. All right, so that's everything that we need to understand on impulses basics. These are just the basic. We'll add more information as we go on. All right, that's it for this video. I hope you all enjoy.